Ye Wubin's 100 Lessons to Mastering Time Management. Lesson 67. How to Read with Purpose and Clarity. Hello everyone, my name is Ye Wubin from Neng. I am so happy to be with you now at 6 a.m. on the Ximalaya App. For those of you who have been following my lessons, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome aboard. I am so happy to have you with us. Time is man's scarcest resource. Once it's used, it can never be regained. So, if you're not using your time effectively, or if the time you are spending is only getting you further away from your dreams in life, then stay with me. Listen a while, and I'm confident I can help open your eyes to a new path that will get you closer to your dreams. I want to remind you, there are 100 classes in this album, and every class lasts about 6 minutes. It is updated at 6 a.m. New York City time each morning. Today I'm going to talk to you about 3 things. First, what tools can you use to read better? Second, what method is the best way to read? And third, what important tips can you use to read more efficiently? Let's start with different tools you can use to read more efficiently. First, instead of reading an actual hard copy of a book, I suggest you use the electronic form of a book. You may be very comfortable reading traditional cover-bound paper books. It's still a nice way to read books. I still do it from time to time myself, to be honest. There's something about holding a real book and turning the pages myself. But there are definitely some challenges. They are hard to carry around. They take up space, and it's hard to carry more than one book with you at the same time. If you're constantly moving around from place to place, hardcover paper books are not easy to take with you. Some books can be quite heavy. It can be very inconvenient to hold with both hands while you're reading and turning the pages. If you have lots of books stored at home, it can be very difficult to find the book you want to read. And what if you want to search inside the book for a specific passage or a note? That can be very challenging to do if you don't have the page marked or if there's no index in the back of the book. There's a solution to every one of these challenges: the ebook, or the electronic book. There are many electronic book apps in the iPhone and the iPad Apple Store, such as the Duokan Reader, WeChat Reading, and Kindle, which is developed by Amazon. You can also listen to books through the Ximalaya app like this one. Now, many books are dictated to Ximalaya, such as my book, Best Use of Time, which you can find on the Ximalaya app. Therefore, I first suggest that you use these apps to read books electronically. There are a few concerns that people have mentioned with using e-readers. If you read on your cell phone every day, people mistakenly believe you're playing a game on your phone, which may make it look like you're not doing honest work. You may feel hurting your eyes staring at the screen while reading an e-book. Well, actually, that's the reason why Amazon created the Kindle. The Kindle pushes books out to its device via an internet connection. You can purchase a Kindle on Amazon or Taobao. The great thing about the Kindle is that it is not harmful to your eyes. That's because it uses digital ink with a very low backlight built in. It feels very light and even has the feel of a real book. The Kindle will reduce distractions because you cannot install any other apps on it, so there's no temptation to switch to another app while reading. I spend much of my time reading the Kindle. By having a Kindle with you at all times, you can make use of small spans of time that you get throughout the day. These small pockets of time include waiting for a delayed flight, getting through a long traffic jam, and so on. The Kindle's not very expensive. It costs from several hundred to 1,000 yuan, or under $100 US. The second thing I wanted to mention is exactly how specifically you should read, which method you should follow. First, read with a purpose, whether that be on-demand reading or themed reading. On-demand reading is reading for a specific purpose. You're looking specifically to solve a problem that you have recently encountered. There's something specific that you're looking for in the reading. Theme reading, on the other hand, is when you read to gain general knowledge and context in a chosen field. However you choose to read, whether on-demand or themed reading, there must be some purpose to your reading. I suggest taking notes when you read if you want to be able to transform the knowledge you gain into a benefit in your personal and professional life. There are several ways to take notes. You can create flow diagrams called mind maps, which we will discuss in a later lesson. You can also simply take notes and convert it into a slide presentation in PowerPoint. The key point, however you take the notes, is to organize the information into a logical pattern from your reading. Read with the intent of eventually using the information in some actionable way. Don't just read it and let it pass by your brain. Turn it into something you can actually use. You can make electronic notes. If you read in the app or the Kindle, you can actually enter the notes inside the application itself. For example, you can highlight specific sentences that are valuable in the actual e-reader app or the Kindle. You can write a few notes about how you will use that information. Instead of writing notes in the actual e-reader app or Kindle itself, you can actually link your Evernote account to your e-reader. An Evernote account will allow you to auto-save your notes, and you can even share those notes with others, making your learning experiences much more collaborative. Remember that sharing information is one of the ways to help retain information you learn. This can be done in the Duocon reader. For example, when reading the Duocon reader, I take notes and even occasionally make a PowerPoint, which automatically syncs to my Evernote app. Then I share the PowerPoint with my colleagues via the Evernote app. When my colleagues want to make a PowerPoint, they'll see my recently shared note and then add it using their information. This way we all benefit from the knowledge of others. When making notes, it's much easier to review the material over time, and this helps us overcome the forgetting curve. Do you remember that? If you combine the 8 cycles in the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve, you will remember much of the information you read, up to 90%. This scientific repetition is possible when you create notes as you read. When studying your notes or repeating and studying through the phases of the Ebbinghaus curve, there's no need to reread the original book. Instead, read your sorted notes, mind maps, or PowerPoint. The third and last point I want to share with you is this. I want to specially emphasize that when we read, we want to actively transform the passive knowledge into practical, actionable work. To read lots of books, the first step is to take notes in electronic form, such as in Evernote. Then the second step is to organize and summarize the notes into PowerPoint, or an article, or even an audio recording which you can share with others. And when you share this with others, you're reinforcing the material to yourself in a very positive way. You'll learn again and again by sharing with others continuously. I spent the last 7 years reading hundreds of books on time management, and I've become an expert in the field. I've been able to do this by sharing the material. And once I've shared the material, I've learned just as much from others as I have from the content itself. Seeing these issues from the perspective of others has been extremely valuable. By continuously reading, organizing, and summarizing into PowerPoint, I continue to increase the quantity and depth of knowledge in time management. The best way to study is to teach others to master the material. Reading, organizing, and trying it yourself, sharing with others, these are all ways to keep the knowledge firmly inside your mind. So get started today. Read using an e-reader, take notes with Evernote, and share it with PowerPoint, and get engaged with others. Best of luck to you. These audio lessons are translated by Neng's partner Cece and then recorded by her husband Justin. I wish you great success today. See you tomorrow.